there, it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you for joining me for another Top Tip Tuesday. Today I am going to be sharing a really old technique with you, one that I think we sometimes forget because it's been around for so long. First of all, just want to remind you that I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based in the UK, and I work across the UK, France, Germany, Austria, the Netherlands, the Republic of Ireland, and Belgium. The last of those two being new. They only joined the Stampin' Up! Europe family on the 4th of October, so it's very exciting. So if you're in either of those two countries and want to either shop with me or make the most of the amazing joining offer that's available for everyone, not just those in Ireland and Belgium, but there is the Starter Kit Plus, which means you get to choose extra goodies, but for the same basic cost as the original starter kit. So that lasts until the end of October, so it's a wonderful time to join. And of course, I would love to welcome you to my team, or indeed, you can sample my customer service if you wish to shop with me. Anyway, after that advertising spot, let's pop down to the desk and have a look at what we're playing with today. So, I am going to be using the Christmas Scotty to show you this technique, and it's, as I say, it's an old technique. It's called the Kiss technique, and I'm hoping you can see I have stamped our lovely Scotty dog, but I've got this lovely pattern. Now, you can simply use this stamp here and then punch the Scotty dog out with the matching punch. Now, if you get the stamp set and the punch together and use the bundle code, you'll save 10% on each of the items. So the stamp set and the punch will be 10% off, but you do have to use the bundle code. But because I've used the Kiss technique, I've got this lovely white halo around my dog. So yeah, it's just beautiful with that lovely pattern. And you can do this with any solid stamp and any pattern you want. So I thought I would show you that. Now, I've used the snowflakes that are in the stamp set to do some heat embossing in silver. I've added some real red ribbon, which is from the annual catalogue. I've stamped May Your Days Be Furry and Bright in real red, just to show you how beautifully those match. And then I've used some of the Christmas pearls, I think they're called the festive pearls, which are in the mini catalogue. Do remember, if you don't have a catalogue, you can always ask me to send you one. Just go over to my website, which is linked in the description bar below, and go over to catalogues, and there's a form there that you can fill in to ask for the catalogues. So let me show you the technique. I am going to bring in, you can see I've been practicing, I am going to bring in my stamping piercing mat. I'm going to use basic grey again, just because I've got it out. Now, what I am going to do, you need to not over ink your stamp. So if you've got a new or juicy ink pad, just take the back of a spoon. This is an old bone folder. It's a plastic bone folder that I really don't mind about too much. And just gently rub over the surface of your ink pad, and that will push the ink back into the foam. So rather than wasting it by, putting kitchen paper over it and taking ink out, just push the ink back into the foam, and it will then come back to the surface to be used at a later date. And then I'm just going to take that, and because this is a cheap plastic bone folder, I can just wipe it on a wet wipe and I'm good to go. So I'm going to ink up my Scotty dog, and as I say, you don't want it to be over inked. Then I'm going to take my plaid stamp, and I'm going to stamp my Scotty dog onto my plaid stamp, quite hard, be reasonably firm. Do be careful that you don't skid, because we've now got ink between the two stamps, so it can skid. Bring it back up, stamp it onto your piece of card, and you've got your lovely plaid Scotty dog. Now you can also, let me bring in another piece of card. You can also use your plaid stamp and you can stamp that, and you'll have the reverse plaid. So it works both ways. So you probably have to fussy cut this, and it's always better if you've got a clean stamp to start with. I've got a shadow there, but yes, so you could have your two dogs talking to each other, and one would be the positive and one would be the negative, which would be quite fun. And then all you would need to do is, with this one, take your punch and pop it into your punch, line it up. It's obviously easier with a bigger piece of card. Punch it out, and you've got your lovely Scotty dog, which you can then add to your card. I'm not going to make the card now, I'm just showing you how it's done. Now what you probably, let's see, can I do this? Oh, this may or may not work. So I'm going to use this to line up. Let me find a really bright light. There we go. I'm going to use it to line up on the back, as it were. Probably need a tiny bit of adhesive under that. So let's just pop a little bit of adhesive there. Pop my Scotty dog back on, my punched Scotty dog. If I line up the nose and the tip of the tail, let's see if this will work. So I'm going to feed it back into my punch. Snips. I've got too much card at the base of this piece of card, so I'm just going to trim that down. Pop this back into my punch. Line up the punched image. Punch again, and we may or may not. We do. We have a second Scotty dog. So we can actually have our Scotty dogs talking with each other, and they will be the positive and the negative of our kiss technique. As I say, you can do this with any solid stamp and any all over pattern. Our background stamps are perfect for this, so you can use the background stamp as the stamp that you lift ink off with. But isn't that just cute? And then just remind you of our Scotty dog on the card. So I hope that has just reminded you of that technique. I think we do sometimes get all hung up with new techniques and we forget the old ones, which are just amazing. So let's keep using our older techniques. Just going to flip the camera back up so that I can say farewell properly. So, as I say, I hope you found that helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I would love you to have a go. Do let me know in the comments below the description bar if you're gonna have a go, or if you already know this technique, and then we can all get excited about what stamps people are using to do it. So are you using stamps from within one stamp set? Are you using a background stamp? Are you using something really random? I mean, what I have done, one of the samples that I did on my sheet was to use the snowflakes, and you end up with a Scotty dog with snowflakes over him, which is quite fun as well. So have a play. It's only ink and paper. It's great. So yeah, have a play and see what you come up with and let me know. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I'll be back later this morning with my usual 11 o'clock coffee and craft session live. That's UK time. And we haven't yet changed our clocks. We're due to change our clocks at the end of the month, but at the moment we're still on apparently British summertime. Doesn't feel very summery at the moment, but thank you very much indeed for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you maybe at 11 this morning or very soon. Thanks a lot for now. Bye.